What up, fam? Welcome back. Sugar Shred, y'all. Day 6. Sitting out here enjoying the rain. Beautiful Saturday morning. Today is May 31st. Sugar Shred, day 6. Got updates. Day 5 was off the map. Not like I didn't, capture everything, but just didn't do a vlog. Today, so yesterday was lean protein. I finished a 48-hour sugar fast. Lean protein at the end of the day. On the sugar fast, I think I ended at about 2,100, 2,200 calories. Yesterday, I think I was probably at about 2,400 calories. I can go check that. But I finished the day with about 12 ounces of chicken breast and some cauliflower rice. Also had a salad with apples, cranberries, and granola earlier in the day. But yeah, today on the scale 240, and as you know, my lowest was I posted a video with the 239.9, but I also hit 238 after that the next day, or later in the day, one or the other. But 238 so far has been the low. Today, this morning, I am 240, and understandable after a few things. One, I have not gone to work out yet. Obviously, with the rain, about to get some cardio at the gym after I'm done. With the holiday from Memorial Day, the weekly schedule is offset, so I'm going to hit it on a Saturday. A couple of things I've noticed, but anyway, to that 240 weigh-in, understandable, putting protein in the system, so going through a fast 48 hours, putting protein in the system. I still see visually, because I still do first thing in the morning, progress pics. I can definitely see visually the V taper on the back, definition coming in, the way my body's looking, still right on track. And to that, right, just to speak to, so it's not this is the part of weighing myself, what I've come to understand, like Smellyville says, it is definitely a tool, which I love. And I want to give everybody a heads up to this, because I've been a slave to the scale before, and during my lifestyle search and plant-based primary diet for years, I stopped using the scale because it was upsetting, or I didn't like how it was going. Kind of in denial, but at the same time, I actually did need to get a relationship to the scale. So for that, I'll just go ahead and touch on that. Your relationship to the scale, your body weight is always going to fluctuate. I saw a great post on IG that talked about it. It was a trainer, and he was speaking to tracking his weight loss and why you might not get the same experience because you might give up. And he showed the cycle of data. And that's where I'm getting the same distinction for what I do in my journey, because I weigh myself so often. I know the cycles of my body every day. So it's not just to weigh yourself every day, but weigh yourself first thing in the morning, weigh yourself after meals, weigh yourself at night. Like, always weigh yourself around the same time, because the more data points you have, the more data it's going to give you, the more of a tool it can be. And what I mean by that is that your body naturally fluctuates. When you eat, when it burns calories, when you sleep, when you drop water weight, when things digest the way they need to, when you go to the bathroom, when you get a workout and sweat. So for me, I've come to understand all those things, which is why I have the rituals and habits that allow me to, all right, what is the real data? And as well, especially if you use an app, it's going to show you the trend. So no matter how much of and then I can look back at a snapshot 30 days, this is when I went back, this was so-and-so's birthday, yep, there's a spike, there's where I had some carbs, that's when I found the sugar fast, it's just trending down. So, I say all that to say, because, I weighed in at 240 this morning. However, last night, at the end of the adding protein, 243. So, day of eating, adding protein in, end of the day, drinking my water throughout the day. I drink a gallon of water. All those factors that can be something upsetting. But what I look at is, one, I'm still within 2 pounds of my lowest weight ever, 238, and I've already dropped 3 pounds since last night. So fat burning is still happening. Sugar shred is still doing what it's doing. And I've had some times, I've been back up to, I think even 240. I think 244 is probably the highest I've gone back up to. Not recently, but like throughout the week. So it's not just a consistent, it drops. And what I'm also taking away from it, another note is I do want to stick pretty strict. because of the results and how this works, and I see that it works, and you can't out train or out eat even this diet. It calories count, just is what it is. And that's why I said, for me, just the thought of, okay, I'm sugar fasting, great. This is what the diet does, great. I just don't feel right eating another 2 meals, 12 hours after I've gone to the gym, another 500 calories, tipping the day at 500 grams of sugar, carbs. And after I hit the gym, after I get, so many miles, I get a lot of activity. I'm fairly active. And then I'm going to be sedentary at best, walking around the house, prepping a meal, and at my desk working. So for me, I'm glad I gave myself the freedom to see the power of this diet, because mind you, and we'll see, after I work out, it might drop back down to maybe 237 and 238 might come back up. I'm not surprised by that, and I'm still cautious, dialed in, seeing what the scale actually does. And I want the most results, because with this diet, and I talked about the ephedra has an effect on noise, food noise. I'm not really hungry. I'm eating. I have the discipline to water fast, so the fact that I'm getting to eat, I don't need anything more. So it's more out of a comfort thing, and knowing that I can, that I push it to 24, 25, 2,600 calories. I've been dialed in to be down to 1,800. I don't want to be there. It is actually pretty easy to stay there with lean foods and just fruits. But just getting in my flow of things, a solid 800 to 1,000 calories of sugar fits into the diet easily. On my sugar fast days, I might let it go up to 1,500 is fine. And honestly, I probably will just set a cap at 2,000 and leave it at that. And I'd be okay with that, because I can now see that if I maintain weight loss with 22 to 2,600 calories, then that absolutely leaves a definite deficit, not just relying on the sugar, but the math of it, calories in, calories out. Certain things are never going to go. And that's why I really acknowledge, shout out to Smelly Bell and Cole Robinson. I see it is rapidly changing out here. And I research and study to get the principles. I continue to hear about it to get different takes and perspectives. A lot of people are going to be talking about it. This hasn't got anywhere near the mainstream. I'm just hoping to be on that wave myself. But I look to provide value in one thing I want people to get. YOLO, I'm a regular guy. I'm a gym bro. I enjoy the shit. I've been committed to it for 27 years because it's just become my lifestyle, my passion, what I enjoy, and I want to age backwards. I want to live young, active forever, be with great grandkids, still crawling around with the babies and doing everything. And with that, I want people to understand what I've always benefited is, don't just buy into the doctrine. Get the principles, get the guidelines, get the information that's of value, apply it to yourself, your body, your life, your lifestyle, your activity, your palate, your metabolism, your diet, all that good shit. Find out what works for you. If it's keto, if it's carnivore, if it's sugar, if it's whatever, do you and experiment. Actually see how it responds. Actually find, and the more, I'll be honest with you, especially being a coach, I understand it. We're lazy. As human beings, we want to be the most efficient, the most simple, and the most effective. We want the easy button. And if this is your health. Your health is your wealth. Your health is your life. It's over when this is done. Your movement stops when this is done. Your capabilities, your vision, everything. When this is done, your body, your health, when you don't take care of this, it's gone. So do you really want to put that in the hands of someone else? Do you really want to just trust? Now, I get, if you invest in a coach, shout out, get a consultation. I'll be more than happy to help you with my knowledge base and give you some direction. But beyond that, just blindly adopting whatever the masses say when this diet does blow up, or whatever Atkins, keto, carnivore, whatever is out there, whatever the experts or the authorities say. You're the authority, sovereignty over your body, over yourself, over your health and your life. So my encouragement to you is to really get in on this. Try this for yourself. Find it for yourself. I talk about everything that I do because over 27 years I've had to learn the everything that is needed, from the fitness, the actual exercising, cardio, weightlifting, CrossFit, whatever, all of it. I've done everything but about calisthenics. I have not been in shape too, and I'm actually curious. That'll probably be the next thing, or mixed martial arts. But as far as food, nutrition, health-wise, is this something you really want to leave to others? And I mean that even on the other side, red pill or the blue pill. Do you want to leave it up to medical? Do you want to leave it up to pharmaceutical? Do you want to leave it up to businesses, industries, the food industry? Do you want to leave it up to others to tell and give you on this YOLO, you only live once? Who do you want to trust to give you your quality of life? And so that's what I'm vested in. That's the message I promote. That's what I'm out to deliver to people. Just look at me like big bro out here along with you. I'm just a regular motherfucker who's committed to the best health of my life, living the best life I can in all facets and aspects of life. So I share that with all honesty and transparency, and hope it inspires you. Some other updates in regards to my experience. Water. It might be because I go and get 10,000 steps before I go to the gym. It might be because I do high intensity training. It might be because I sweat a lot. It might be because the sugar diet has me burning hot. I have experienced dehydration, and I'm typically on top of, but I mean like even to the 16 or 32 ounces. If I don't hit my mark of hydration, I am dehydrated. And by that, I don't just mean dehydrated in the morning. Yesterday, I was cramping the fuck out, like hands cramping at the last sets of the gym, leg cramping up, driving back home from the gym. And that's, like I say, after already having an hour of cardio, going to a second workout, eating all this fruit, and mind you, sugar fasted. It really is a fast. So 48 hours without all the nutrients, that's what's going to happen. So those are some of the things I'm paying attention to. Caloric deficit still matters. It's still important. I wanted to experiment because I've always been curious, especially with my activity level. I kind of got frustrated with, not even kind of, I was frustrated with seeing smaller, less active, or less sizable, because, the more muscle, the bigger frame, all that's going to be a bigger fat burning machine. And to hear people eating, 3,000 calories. My trainer got me up to 4,000 calories, and I was losing weight, and all this, that, and the other. It's like, can I explore in that? Is there a space of that? Mark talks about it sometimes, Mark Bell, having a surplus. His theory is looking into not having to be in a deficit, or for the maximal strength and muscle gains and retention to not be in a deficit and still lose weight. And I like that, and my priority for so long is fat loss. I've had 20 plus years in the gym. I've got the frame. I know how to build muscle. I know how to put it back on. I have consideration for keeping it, but I'm not by any means prioritizing I can comfortably maintain this over here. No, torch and incinerate everything over there. The fat's got to be gone. I'm trying to get down and move around. So that's my priority. But that's the update. That was day 5. This is day 6. Rainy day in, taking it slow and easy. Going to meditate and head on over to the gym, get some cardio afterwards, which will be a nice refreshing. But I'm just going to walk, like I said, really getting the cramping and everything, recognizing, okay, this is what I like. I like seeing the results and getting to the reality. And this is why I share my experience authentically. I want to get past the honeymoon phase. What's the reality of this? What do I need to manage? My sleep has been great, by the way, even waking up early. So I'm looking at all side effects, all aspects, and I'm going to share that authentically with you. I'm going to share with you when the scale goes up. I'm sharing with you everything along the journey so that you can get all the information you can to get out and do it yourself. You only live once. Yolo Ave. So in the meantime, I'm going to be right here, wishing you the best and only success, being the best version of myself, one could say, beyond empowered. The question: who are you going to be? Peace.